Good evening, everyone. This is Bianca Rodriguez Pagano.
And this is Sabby Clemens.
Tonight is Friday, November the 15th. The time is now around 7:45 p.m. Welcome to the 11th show of Phillipian Live, coming to you live from the newsroom. This week on the show.
While finals week brings a lot of studying, it also means a lot of performances. First up, we have a sneak peek of the upcoming student production, Edges, an intriguing song cycle about growing up. Stay tuned to hear students' musical takes on what it means to find yourself.
This week, you may be focused on studying, but last weekend was all about fun. Keep watching to catch an overview of Big Blue school spirit at AE.
As we've mentioned, many students are stressed out and studying. As students been logging hours in the library, we caught up with students to see how finals is treating everyone.
And lastly, we're super excited to welcome Marianne Bautista, class of 20 and recent winner of Miss Teen Washington USA. Stay till the end of the show to hear about her experiences as a pageant queen and upcoming duties with her new title. Cast of Edges, directed by Henry Crater, class of 20, and Chloe, class of 20, took the stage, their emotions flowing into every note. In preparation for their performances this weekend, the cast, made up of Quentin Moss, class of 21, Denise Tabernas, 21, and directors Henry Crater, class of 20, and Chloe Webster, class of 20, have been practicing in Graves from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day since mid-September. Live reporter Jessica He attended one of their rehearsals for an exclusive sneak peek.
We spoke to one of the two student directors, Henry Crater, class of 20, to understand character dynamics and the underlying purpose of the show.
So we have some great arts at Andover. We have a great theater department, great music department, right? But something that I think this school really lacks is some good, honest, simple acting, storytelling, and that's really what I wanted to bring to the school with Edges. And we do a musical, like, every year or so, but honestly, I think a lot of kids here miss out on the acting a song storytelling experience. Part of why I did Edges with this lovely group of people is I wanted to bring to them and bring to the community this acting a song storytelling experience.
Edges will be performed this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. in the Timken Room in Graves Hall. This show is a song cycle that explores themes related to growing up and adapting to change.
It's a song cycle about coming of age, growth, discovering who you are, and the simultaneous fear and excitement that comes with figuring out who you want to become. It's a song cycle, which means it's not like a traditional musical where you have a continuous plot throughout the whole thing, but it's rather a bunch of individual vignettes that are kind of centered around this theme of growth. Thematically, it's very convenient for kids to do in high school because it's about being in your late teens and being on the brink about to enter into the world, and that's really relevant especially for Chloe and I, because we're seniors about to go to college, and the fact that it's not this very rigid show that has to be performed and produced this certain way. It's totally not that, and that makes it really convenient to kind of just do as this pop-up show.
Edges was kind of a project made by Henry, and he asked me, hey, I think that you'd be really interested in the show. Would you like to learn this music? Come try out for us. And I was like, hey, that sounds really cool. So I met with him, worked on the song, had a mini sort of audition, and come this fall, he was like, hey, you're in. I was super excited because I wanted to grow as a musical theater performer. Les Mis was coming up, and I had other things going on, so I wanted to get better at musical theater, acting, singing, and all of that, and Edges was a great opportunity to do that.
Because the show deals with themes that students can relate to, we asked some cast members how the show resonates with them.
I think as an actor, I've definitely gotten to be able to be much more personal with my audience, who I'm talking to, which isn't quite the audience, and not just showing emotion, but feeling the songs and growing into them is something that I think I've gotten much better at.
The entire show has an overarching theme of like youth and like the different struggles that like people tend to deal with in youth. So like some of my songs like are about like, you know, finally understanding who I am as a person and how that relates to like the type of relationships that I want with other people. I know that there's someone else who's like, Chloe has a song that's like really good, and it's about like, you know, being a part of a manipulative relationship and like, you know, how she's like struggling with that. But like it's not like one story for the entire show.
All right, this is Jessica He reporting.
Thank you, Jessica.
Throughout last week, students participated in Spirit Week, dressing up according to the different daily themes in preparation for Andover Exeter Day. Starting on Monday, the themes were Twin Day, Beach Day, Throwback Day, Exeter Geek Day, and Big Blue Spirit Day. Here's live reporter Claire Cahill, 22, with the story.
Thank you. While Thursday's Exeter Geek Day and Friday's Big Blue Spirit themes are yearly traditions, the other Spirit Week themes are decided by the Blue Key heads each year, according to Christopher P. Capano, Director of Student Activities. Let's take a look at some of the outfits of the week. On Monday, students participated in Twin Day by dressing up in matching outfits with their friends. New lowers Haley So and Lily Hake, class of 22, decided to wear matching beige jackets and light jeans. As new students at Andover, they wanted to take part in Spirit Week to further engage in their new school community.
I think it's both of our first years at Andover, and obviously we wanted to partake in Spirit Week, and also because I love Haley and I want to twin with her every day. Me too. It's like a lot of fun and kind of excitement. I came from a very strict school in Hong Kong, so I've never had like the opportunity to do anything like this, and so obviously like if this like opportunity comes to me, then obviously I'm gonna take full advantage of it.
Also in my old middle, it was a junior boarding school. I went to a junior boarding school for my middle school, so it was really strict, and we had to wear like blazers and like collared shirts and everything.
Too.
So this is kind of new,
It's
fresh,
just a really
and
fun, refreshing activity. Yeah.
And it's like a good way to like prepare for the AE weekend, so like get excited for it.
Yeah,
I guess.
Tuesday was Beach Day. Students dressed up in Hawaiian shirts and bathing suits, along with donning accessories such as pool floaties, bucket hats, and sunglasses.
So I dressed up for this because I really I like the idea of like doing cool things as a student body and kind of bringing everyone together. So I was like, when I saw it was Beach Day, I was like, I'm definitely gonna do something for Beach Day and dress up.
So right now I'm wearing a pineapple, a button-down t-shirt, button-down shirt, short sleeves, as an assortment of pineapples all around. I'm wearing a t-shirt from Playero, which is my favorite brand from back home. It's a surf shop that's really close to my house, and it's like my favorite brand of all time. I'm wearing just one of my favorite swim trunks, which have like all these suns with like eyes on them. My avocado socks, which I actually got at an airport. I got them in Denver this summer because I was in a 4-hour layover, and I was like, I might as well just look around, and I found the socks. I was like, I like them. And then these are just my sneakers.
On Wednesday, Megan Quee, class of 21, paired pink shutter sunglasses with neon leg warmers and a tutu to celebrate Throwback Day. Along with Gomez, she appreciates the sense of community fostered at Andover during Spirit Week.
So I remember last year we had this Throwback Day, and I got really lost as in what was throwback, so I didn't dress up at all. But I walked around and I saw a lot of seniors and upperclassmen. They were kind of dressed up in like really neon, very like, you know, there's a lot of leg warmers I saw headbands, I saw scrunchies. So that was the gist I got from last year, and this year I really wanted to kind of hype myself up. so I thought we would go a little bit like the seniors upperclassmen, and I think it turned out pretty fun. It was a really fun experience.
What inspired you for the the throwback whatever outfit you like?
Well, like Julius Caesar, you know.
Yeah, I think my mom wore this to a costume party, so it's in my closet.
Why did you guys decide to wear this specifically?
Because it was
colorful.
fun. It was
either this or colonial women's costume.
Students wore their best red outfits for Exeter Geek Day, a yearly tradition taking place on the Thursday before Andover-Exeter weekend. The tradition pays homage to the friendly rivalry between Andover and Exeter, which dates back to 1878.
I think my favorite part about Spirit Week is seeing everyone actually come together like a community and just do really weird things together. I think the best moment that I've seen are people just like coming up with the weirdest and funniest costume and coming together to take photos, and it just warms my heart up as I walk across the paths each day.
Finally, on Friday, students dressed in all blue to show off their big blue spirit. Many students also attended the pep rally, which took place that evening at 7:15 in the Borden Gym. Over the weekend, the Andover varsity soccer, field hockey, football, and volleyball teams traveled to Exeter, accompanied by buses of fans to renew the country's oldest prep school rivalry. Andover secured a 14-13 victory in football, 1-0 victory in girls soccer, and a 3-0 victory in field hockey. Boys soccer tied 1-1, while girls volleyball lost 0-3. Here are some highlights of the event. Claire Cahill reporting.
Thank you, Claire.
And next week will be finals week. This year, assessments are taking place 1 week later than the usual date due to the new schedule and other adjustments. Finals will be taking place over 3 days this term. Here is live reporter Jason Jung, class of 23, with the story.
Thank you. This past week, we have noticed that most of the study tables in the library are filled with many students working through this final stretch of the term. Compared to last year's fall term, this year's assessment week will take place over a shorter period of time, as the term has already been extended to accommodate for the new schedule. October consisted of only 4-day weeks, which gave students fewer conference periods to meet with teachers, in addition to having no days where students had all their classes in one day. We talked to returning and new students of Andover. Take a look.
I usually don't start preparing until like 4 or 5 days before, so we're kind of reaching that point now, so I'm just starting to like really plan out and like get into like the grind of things, but I'm feeling pretty good. Usually I feel pretty desperate to like pull up my grades with my finals, but I think that this term I was like a little bit more on top of things, so I don't have to worry as much, but still it's a little stressful.
I think it's like pretty good. I think it's a lot better than last year, because I was a freshman last year and I think I was a little bit like less prepared, but now this year I think I also have like less tests and more projects, so I think that's like a lot better.
I'm a freshman, so I don't know what to feel, but I'm kind of stressed. I'm trying to prepare for finals. It's not working too well, but it's okay.
And I'm tired of everything, and I am having a nosebleed because I'm too stressed. So yeah.
At my old school, we did something pretty similar, but at the end of the year called the comprehensive exam, where we would also have to sit through 3 days of exam and then just do nothing but that. I've been through a lot of times, so it's not a huge stress to me as might be compared to everyone else.
I think this is like the week week. I don't know. I've never experienced this.
For me, I think that it's like around the same. It's like not too bad. Like it's like around the same as alternate week, or like maybe even like a little better, just because you get like more time to like you get out of classes earlier, and it's just like you have more time in general, like in between classes too.
I actually ended up having a lot of major assignments alternate week, and then I also have majors finals week, so it's pretty overwhelming at the moment. So.
The difference last year, because I feel like I still have probably the same workload, and there's still going to be the same amount of free time during finals week that we had last year, so I think I'll be fine.
I felt like last year finals during the fall was pretty okay. It wasn't bad in my opinion, for me at least. I had really nice teachers. So.
I definitely really don't like the fact that we have less conference periods. It now requires me to go out of my way to find time to meet with my teachers, as opposed to in the past when you could just simply pull up the conference. Yeah, so I definitely think that's negatively affected my ability to adequately prepare for finals.
Probably just getting everything done. I have so many projects, but then I also have tests that I need to study for, so it's going to be pretty overwhelming. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in study halls and meetings with teachers, so.
I'm most nervous for my actual tests because I think for projects I have enough time to sort of work through them and make sure that I'm okay with them, but I think tests are pretty stressful because you can study as much as you want, but if you mess up on that hour, then yeah, that stinks, so.
My tips are probably plan out your time. That's just a in general thing. Of course you plan out your time. Look at the finals that are earliest and what you need to work most on, so you can do that in advance and you're not doing it last minute. I always, anyways. So
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, make sure you plan out your time and talk to your teachers if you have any questions about your finals, so that you're not also asking last minute, because that would not be fun.
I've actually started taking naps in the afternoon, and I'm really liking it. I feel much more, refreshed when I want to work at night, so that's really nice.
Normally I try to wake up an hour before my finals, and I take a shower, I do a face mask, sometimes I do a meditation if I'm feeling particularly into my self-care that day. And yeah, I just try to relax before I take any tests to make sure that I'm in a clear mindset so that any studying I've done has time to sort of sink in.
Eat food.
Agreed. Agreed.
Sleep.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Sleep. Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah. Water. Hydration.
But not too much, or else you'll have to go twice during one class period.
Oh, you have to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
Teachers will question you.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially when you do it during 40-minute periods. Every single period. Okay, not that I know from experience. But anyways.
Thank you very much. One last question. How prepared do you think are you for next week's exams?
I'm still preparing. And I've prepared.
And will continue to prepare.
And I still have some work to do.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nikki.
Jason Zhang reporting.
Thank you, Jason. And next up on the show, we are so happy to welcome Miss Marianne Batista. She won Miss Washington Team USA this year, and we're going to talk to her a little bit about it. So, what's up, Marianne? How you doing?
Hi.
How's your day been?
I'm great, thank
Are
you.
you a little stressed for finals?
Not really. I feel like I have everything ready and set to go, so hopefully that week will be great for me.
So we just want to know a little bit about what happened about pageant. We heard that you won. We saw it all over Instagram.
Yes.
Everybody's wondering what the hype is about. So I guess first off, I think people are a little confused about like what pageants entail. When we think pageant, the first thing, like, what's the first thing that comes to your head? Exactly.
Honey Boo
You know,
yes,
we think cheesy,
definitely.
we think TV show, reality TV show, and then set the record straight for us. Like, what is a pageant to you?
Yeah, so definitely there are some connotations associated with pageantry, such as that TV show, Toddlers and Tiaras and Honey Boo Boo.
Love that show.
But the pageants that I join are more natural pageants. So there are different phases of competition that I participate in, such as the fitness portion, which is where I model in athletic wear. There's also the formal wear segment, where I wear a formal wear dress, which is of my choice, and I walk around in it in front of the audience. And there's also the interview portion, which is where I have an interview with a panel of judges, and that's just to get to know the contestant a little bit more.
Awesome! Wow. So it seems like you've been doing this for like a while.
Yes, I
How
have.
long? Like, when did you start doing this?
I've been doing pageants since I was 8 years old,
Wow.
I'd have to say, yeah.
Do you have any siblings that do it too?
Yes, my younger sister has done pageants in the past,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. So you've been doing it for a while. What do you think your
Yes.
favorite part about it is?
I think my favorite part would have to be learning more about myself. Every single time I join a pageant, I take a really long time to prepare for those pageants, and it's definitely a process that I have to go through, and I just love showing off to everybody and the judges how much I've learned about myself and how much I can project confidence on the stage.
Wow. And so I'm guessing winning Miss Washington Teen USA is low key, high key a big deal, right?
Yes.
What does it really mean for you?
Well, so over the course of the year, I will be building a little bit on my platform. And my platform is about advocating for people with neurological disorders.
Oh, dope.
So I created a hashtag called Let's Be NeuroAware and an Instagram movement called NeuroAware, which is where I invite everyone to be more knowledgeable of the rare neurological disorders in the world, especially in developing countries. And that's definitely something that I want to work on a little bit more during my year, and especially since I have the title, I can reach a wider audience on that.
Wow.
I also have several appearances with charity organizations that I'm looking forward to being a part of and volunteering in when I go back home. And I also have my wonderful sponsors and my director, and I can't wait to connect a little bit more with my sponsors and basically prepare for the national pageant, which is a big deal.
Oh, wow, wait, you're doing a national pageant?
Yes.
I want to elaborate on that. No,
Yeah,
just
sure.
let me talk about it. It's awesome.
Well, so since there are other girls who won in their state pageants, we go compete for the title of Miss Teen USA. Now, the location for the pageant and the date of the pageant is to be determined, but for now, I'll just be preparing for that and hopefully to prepare to win the title of Miss Teen USA, which is a big opportunity that I love to have.
That's dope.
And how exactly do you prepare for your pageants?
So I definitely have to stay fit during that time, so I work on my diet a little bit and making sure that I'm leading a healthy lifestyle. That's
well, of
a
course,
big
you're advocating
key part.
for neurological diseases, so
Yes.
Stay fit.
That's
stay
part
healthy.
of it. And also practicing walking. One really weird thing that I do is that I walk on treadmills with my heels, and I found that has helped me with my walk a little bit since your walk projects your personality.
How tall are the heels?
The heels? Ooh, I'd have to say like 5 to 6 inches.
That's insane.
guac.
Well, can we catch you? Can we catch you like walking on a treadmill in the gym sometime?
Probably. Maybe. I'm not so sure if I'm allowed to do that actually, but I still do it anyway.
Mr. Collins is probably gonna be like, Maria.
Yeah. So not only do I have to work on my body, my fitness, but I also have to prepare for the interview segment. So definitely working on not only working on the interview, but public speaking as well, since that's also a possible component. If you're called into the top 5, you have to answer an on-stage question, which is what I had to do in my pageant. But not only that, there's a lot of mental preparation. So making sure that I'm prepared for both of the outcomes, whether or not I win the title or if I lose the title. So
there's a ton of mental preparation, since I think of pageants as more of a mind game. If you're confident in yourself, and if you can project that to the audience and to the judges, then that's the girl who wins the title.
Well, it's kind of like acting, right?
Yes, a little bit, but more projecting what's already there that no one
Gotcha.
can really see. So I guess it's not exactly acting, but it is revealing parts of yourself that are personal.
Wow.
How do you deal with nerves before like a big pageant?
Honestly, I get so nervous. So backstage, I get really nervous right before I'm about to go on, but I just love being on the stage. And whenever I go on stage, I find that all my nerves just go away. Especially when I was trying to answer my top 5 question, they had the girls on stage, the top 15, or top 16, since there's also a People's Choice Award winner. Well, they had the top 16 girls go on stage, and right there they would call the top 5. And once they called the top 5, they would have the girl answer an on-stage question. So it's pretty nerve-wracking since you're doing 2 things at the same time. You're finding out who's getting into the top 5, and if you have to answer an on-stage question.
No, I'm sure.
Yes.
Wow. What was the question they asked you?
Well, the question they asked me is, what is the most pressing issue facing teens in the world today? So
how relevant.
So in the contrary to the interview is more of getting to know the girl and what they do, like their extracurricular activities and things like that. But the onstage question is a way for the audience to get to know the girl and also to see if she can answer a question under pressure in front of a big audience. And most of the time, the onstage questions tend to get a little bit political. So you have to be knowledgeable as a title holder of the pressing issues that are going on in the world today.
Awesome. Well, other than, I guess, stuff that you're doing on stage in front of a huge audience, is there something you're doing at school that you're excited about?
Yes, so part of my platform is Neuroscience Club. And I am a co-founder and co-president of Neuroscience Club today. And I gathered a couple of students, and we are working on Neuroscience Club a little bit for the duration of the school year. And I'm really excited to build a little bit more on that too.
Awesome. That's dope. So we know you brought a little something with you.
I did. I wanted
we were
to
wondering
show.
if we can get a little
Yes,
glimpse
of
of what it
course.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I am so happy I have this crown box because it was given to me by the queen who crowned me, the previous queen, and I'm so thankful I have a box.
Awesome.
But this is where I keep my crown and my banner. This is my banner.
Zoom in on that. This is awesome. Zoom in on this.
This is my banner. Oh, wait. Here? Okay. So, Miss Washington, Teen USA, and it's really sparkly.
Definitely put it on. We want to see this.
Do you get to keep that after your year is over?
Yes. So there's one for every title holder. And
does it?
Yeah,
oh, it's Velcro.
It's Velcroed. So
that's so fancy.
I love it so
much. So, what are you trying to accomplish in a year? Because it seems like a long time, but I bet you, like long term, it's pretty short. So how do you think you're going to get everything accomplished along with like neuroscience and managing things at school?
So one thing about managing my time, I know that Andover has taught me a lot about managing my time wisely. I know that a lot of students here do a really good job of balancing out their extracurricular activities and with their studies. And I definitely took the title knowing that this was going to be a big job and a big requirement that I'd have to keep up with. But other than that, I've been working a little bit on social media, promoting my platform a little bit, and getting to know who I am as a person through my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Awesome. And are you working with the not teen Miss Washington USA?
Sorry.
Are you working with the actual Miss Teen? I mean, Miss Washington USA.
Yeah, so we were crowned on the same stage together, so we're pretty close. And we actually knew each other before the pageant.
Oh, wow.
And so it's totally a full circle, definitely. But we are planning, and hopefully we'll work together on a little bit of some of the things that she's been planning. I know that she part of her platform is working on this pageant called the Miss Amazing pageant, which is helping people with disabilities. And I definitely want to work on that with her.
Awesome. Well, that's such a cool platform, and I feel like that's such a big thing to do in general.
Yeah.
What inspired you to pick that platform?
Well, my aunt in the Philippines is currently living with a neurological disorder, which is cervical dystonia, and I wanted to spread awareness on these rare neurological disorders because we hear a lot about these common neurological disorders, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about rare kinds, and especially how people in developing countries don't necessarily have the resources or the access to the modern technology that is being founded in modern countries.
Damn, that's awesome. Well, it's awesome that you're working on, I guess, like a smaller scale with students, more like one-on-one, and such a large scale, and how many people you're able to reach, I guess, through social media.
A lot of people.
That's such a
lot.
plus.
How many followers do you have?
Around a little bit over 1,000.
Wow.
That's 1,500 a little bit. So yeah.
A bunch of students at Andover. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's awesome. Is there anything else you want to share with us? Any last tips for the kids out there?
I guess one thing I'd say is if you're interested in joining a pageant, I definitely say join a pageant because pageants have helped me a lot with the skills that I've learned over the years. And I would tell girls to disregard the preconceived notion that we have with pageantry. As we talked about at the beginning with Honey Boo Boo and Toddlers and Tiaras, there are pageants out there that are definitely not like that, like the Miss Washington Teen USA organization, which has helped me a lot spread my platform and also provide me with opportunities such as modeling and other things that I'm really excited to do this year.
Dope.
So cool.
Well, thank you so much, Martin. It's like been so amazing to hear about this.
Well, thank you for having me. This is so
right.
exciting.
Salamat.
Oh my god.
Have fun.
Mabuhay. Yeah.
Well, there we have it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you around then.
Yeah.
See you on the paths.
Well.
So, this week in the paper, this week was issue number 25, volume CXLII, the Philippians' 12th full paper of the school year. This week in news, you can read about Assistant Director of Admission Terrell Ivory, class of 2000, recovery after injuries from a car crash last summer. In commentary, Rebecca Babb, class of 20, explores issues with how society treats veterans. In sports, learn how uppers Addie Allen and Lizzie Glazer push gender norms by playing on the boys' JV football team. In arts, read about the Academy Concert Band's last concert of the fall term.
As always, if you're interested in Philippian Live or the Philippian as a whole, come find us in the newsroom or visit our website to join. Anybody can sign up to be a writer for any section of the print paper or be a reporter on Philippian Live and go on air to present your segment. If you're more interested in video, graphics, or live production, we'd love your help as well.
So go to philippian.net/join or email at for more information. That's all for tonight, so we hope you enjoyed your show. Big thank you again to Marianne, and stay classy, PA. Have a good night.